front of froze, every second is cold. They talk about us when the legend is told.
Talk about us.
I learned to move correct on the road. Fuck the 12, let the evidence show.
Fuck the police.
I'm front of froze, every second is cold. They talk about us when the legend is told.
Talk about us.
I learned to move correct on the road. Fuck the 12, let the evidence show.
Fresh Talk podcast. You know, Fresh Talk. Today we have a usual suspect, man. Usual suspects, you know what I'm saying? One of the greatest in Toronto too. So we have a lot to say, we have a lot to do today. We're gonna talk about everything, you know, their shows, being around the city, tours, you know, shit they have done, you know. So we start off with any of the brothers right here. They can introduce themselves, you know.
Yo, Sosa Leo, Usual Suspects, you know what it is.
Done no SK Bomber, Sean Knotts, Usual Suspects, what up?
You know, this is Fresh Talk today. We have usual suspect with us, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna talk about what we're gonna talk about first. You know, talk about the music, we're gonna talk about
whatever you want, man.
What do you
know,
want, man?
Let's
What
talk
do you
about
want?
encyclopedia.
Let's go back from when we started. Like, let's go back to, like, you know, when you guys started doing your music and stuff like that. Like, you know what I mean?
Alright, well, you know what I mean? We met like in 2008.
Yeah,
And we met at a studio, and it was through a common producer. And so the producer, after my session, told me, like, yo, just hang out. I want to introduce you to somebody, you know what I'm saying? So along comes the Ras. He's putting in this track called 15 Cents. Fire joint. So now he looks at me and he's like, yo, you rap? I'm like, all right, like, you know what I mean?
So hold on. The pressure link you up with him, and the pressure know you do music, right?
Yeah.
And try to ask you if you
Yeah,
can rap.
but it's not even that. It's like because he's never heard me before.
Oh, okay.
Just like I've never heard any of his music. You know, we just had a common friend.
So your pressure knew both of you guys to do
Yeah.
music. So you try to put it together.
Yeah.
Right? That's profit. I like that.
Yeah,
So
but I'm a
basically-
face the youth, so I'm gonna ask you if you can rap.
I like that.
Yeah.
So like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm alright. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyways, like he said, well, you know, I'm doing this song 15 Cents, and Warren said that you're nice. You know what I'm saying? So you want to jump on it? I'll take off a verse and put you on it, like, you know what I mean?
That's perfect.
So I was like, word, no problem, like, you know, I'm all about that, like, you know?
Yeah.
So anyways, he gets in the booth, puts on a fire verse. At first, like, when the beat came on, that was it for me. Like, the beat what he chose was fire. And then after, when he put on his verse on it, I was like, all right. But I felt like, yo, honestly, when I first met this guy, I felt like he wanted to body me, like, you know what I mean? Like,
That is it, man. That is it, man.
like,
That is it, man.
it's good though, because
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. You
It's
want to be
always
sure.
war in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
booth, man. It's
You know what
always
I'm
war
saying?
in the
That's
booth, you
proper.
know.
You want to be sure if you do business with somebody, you want to make sure they have the same background like you. You know
so it
what
was
I'm saying?
perfect, like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So all the while he's doing his thing, and mind you, we got through that, like, the hook and his bars in less than like half an hour. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, while he's doing all that work, I'm writing, you know what I mean? But I ain't letting the producer hear nothing, like, you know what I mean? It's all in my head, like, and I'm like, okay, let's write this. You know what I mean? So get in the booth, I drop my 16, and I just, you know, as soon as I come on, I see him smiling, like, yeah, that's what it is, like,
so
you know what I mean? Like,
You're ready for the action after that, huh?
and then after it was
I
just
do
like,
my thing, so it's up to him
So
to
what-
finish his thing.
So what happened that day when you leaving it? What happened to music with you that day? What happened that day?
Yo, honestly, when I'm at, see if somebody tells me something, see,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna test you.
That's just original you. What you do your thing.
I'm not gonna test you.
Yeah.
See, because enough people talk about a fuckery.
Yeah.
Them love to talk.
Yeah.
Me not depend on that.
Yeah.
You
wanna
know,
see
that's
what
it.
he
So
have
you
to
gotta
offer.
know, say, yo, you hear me? Man say him can't do a thing, do your thing. You take off a thing. If it sounds lousy, then we won't be sitting beside each other right now.
facts.
Because we are dissing.
Yeah.
He know that too.
Yeah.
See, I'm a feisty.
Yeah.
Right? But when the man do him thing, I smile, I say, yeah, left off the thing, let's work with it.
Yes.
And so that little boom bang right there,
Made a combination.
right, that's so we know already
Yeah.
how we work.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine.
Because we don't write together.
Yeah.
So enough people feel that we write together.
Yeah, we're
we
always
don't.
in the same spot now. We don't write together.
You just deliver together, but don't even write together.
But here on there's more time we write, and then we come together. We do a lot of pre-prod.
Okay.
Because we don't waste time in the studio. Our studio sessions are really about 20 minutes.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine.
See?
Because we do a lot of pre-prod. I mean,
We don't waste people's time.
That's proper, though. That's proper. So coming together and doing all our shows together and all that type of stuff that I told. When did the group really come together as a group? Like when did you guys form it and say like, you know what? I like your style, you like my style. Let's make it a group. Let's come together. You know.
It was a trio, you know, because there was the next one of us when he passed away. His name was Mega C.
Rest in peace, man.
You know what I mean? Like, and like Mega C was like the hook master.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like again, that same common producer wanted to put the three of us together and like do some real music. Like it's nice. But like when it all really came together, you know what I mean, is when we put together our first mixtape. You know, Usual Suspects. You know what I mean? But it was the whole funny thing about that. It wasn't even supposed to be. It was supposed to be Sosa Leo and Sean Knotts presents Usual Suspects.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So what happened with that?
So what happened is that.
So I don't mean to cut you, but yeah, Wagwan. So we knew actually that me and this man would be a group from my second mixtape called Reality Raps.
Yeah, talk about it.
We have a tune on that called Usual Suspects off of the Rick Ross beat from the song Usual Suspects. But both of us never heard the song.
Never heard Rick Ross's verses. Never heard that song before. We just heard the beat and
so
said,
we
yo,
went and embodied it, Usual Suspects. And that's where actually the group name, we say, okay, Usual Suspects, you know? And that's where the group name came from. But from that track and the 15 Cents one from Shirley before, you knew already, say, we have a thing. But now when we double back now, because what happened is him and Mayu Kid, they disagreed.
Okay, because it's family
so
disputes, you know?
they separated.
Yeah.
But me and the bad still did link.
Yeah, because you have a good chemistry.
Yeah, we have a good chemistry.
Yeah,
so I say, you know what? I don't business with that shit.
Let's do our music.
I said, yo, I have this one joint.
Yeah.
Let's go do it. So I went and checked him at his yard and we put it together.
That's problem.
And then I still made the next man go carry it to the DJ. So, but him thinks say him don't know, say you doesn't know how I stay on road.
Yeah.
See, because my thing different. So I'm known. So when you introduce me to some people and you're in Scarborough, a lot of the time I just go out easy and make you think that you know somebody more than me.
Exactly.
But really and truly, he introduced me to somebody that I've been working with from time.
All right.
But true, he moved and I was doing that thing called, we had a studio on the corner of Markham and Eggleton, see?
Yeah.
Rest in peace, my dog Blacks.
Rest in peace, Blacks, man.
Blacks died around the back there, see?
All right, rest in peace, Blacks, man.
And so what happened is when that was there and everything happened, I didn't really have nothing.
Yeah.
So that's why I linked up with my Warren, that he knows. So that's the whole the original way that we end up bucking. Because Mayu never dead. We probably might not have met.
Not that way.
Not that way, but we probably would have met a different way.
A different way, but not that way.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? So me and this man have a chemistry that we work with, and it just works.
So many albums you guys have made since that time?
2 mixtapes. We got an album, but it's not finished, and an EP. And we got a couple loosies.
We make music all the time. It's just like we stack though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So right now we got our single on the road right now.
Slow flow.
Slow flow.
Playing
Off
World
of the,
Ride.
Off of the EP.
Outsiders. Cop that up. Hey, make sure you go out
where
there.
they can find that.
You can find that on Supreme Jeans Records.
Yeah, it's on bandcamp.com
Bandcamp.com,
/Supreme Jeans Records.
And if you want to check us out, you know what I mean, you can find us on Instagram, That Guy Sos. You can find SK Bomber. And of course, Usual Suspects, Facebook, YouTube. Hey, like, subscribe, you know what I'm saying, notify, whatever. You know what I mean? Hit that like button. Hit the like button here too. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so like we got music all over the place. Again, our first song, Put In That Work, we actually released that through first Blaster played it, and then it got into the hands of a DJ named DJ Jack the Ripper out of Cleveland, and then that just blew up in the state. We ended up going to iHeartRadio with that song, with that record. We met a guy named Brooklyn Flip, Show Love, Get Love, and Brooklyn Flip really put us on to a lot of different game, and we have a single now with Tech from Smith & Wesson, and big up Smith & Wesson, Steelers and Tech. Those are our brethren. Anytime they come to Toronto, they make sure, you know, Usual Suspects link up with them. You know what I mean? That's brotherly love right there. And again, that's all through Flip. So again, Show Love, Get Love, you know what I mean? And Put In That Work really kind of put us on the map. We came through the American door, and then after we came to Canada, that's where, you know, people are like, whoa, you know, they thought we were American.
Usual
but,
Suspect is a popular group, man.
You know what I mean?
All over the place,
then Weekend Thug was probably our first international.
Yeah, that was number 3 on iHeartRadio.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So that was our first international kind of hit record. And you know, since then, No Fear has put in a lot of work in Europe for us.
Boy.
That's big.
And,
That's big. International success. That's
yeah,
big.
Yeah,
That's
that No
big.
Fear has got that Caravana feel, you know. That
Yeah.
little Yardman feel
Yeah,
too, you know.
yeah.
That's big.
So
Like it's good for Toronto.
Yeah,
Very
that's
good.
global.
You know what I mean?
That's
But
like
for
all over
Toronto
the world.
itself, though, for you want to captivate Toronto ears and stuff too. Remember, so we have a whole heap of West Indian people here.
Yeah.
It's not just the hip hop crowd.
Yeah.
Now that tune goes over to the reggae crowd too. You know, like we're supposed to be chilling at on the 29th at Perry Falls, all white.
See? That's
yeah,
big
yeah.
right there,
And I
you know?
told him it's a big move because not often do hip hop groups get asked to perform at a reggae dancehall
That's
party.
big. That's big.
You know what I mean? So that just shows.
That's a good merge also.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
just to show you that just the link and the love for the music, right? So
That means you guys are doing great work also. That means that if the music speaks for itself, that means that different genres is trying to pick up with your music. That's
it's like
an
Ras says all the time, like you know, like it's all a vibe. Like,
Yeah.
like literally, Weekend Thug was a vibe.
Oh gosh,
That-
give him the blood clot
Say,
drift on Weekend
I'm gonna
Thug.
show you.
Yeah,
Give him the
exactly.
full drift on it. Don't left nothing out right now, sir.
All right,
And
so-
you are talking.
So we had pre-prod that night. You know, we were finishing off PSA. You know what I mean? Which is one of our. If you ever seen us
One
perform
of the hardest
PSA,
blood clot
one
records
of the
that
hardest.
we drop, bro.
Yeah,
Videos on YouTube too.
Yeah, check it out.
We're gonna put it up there. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, we finished off PSA, and we were just like, yo, that night we had a Magnum of Henny. We had a Magnum of Henny, and I don't know, we must have smoked at least an ounce of weed that night. It was nice. And so after mixing down PSA, we're just vibing. And like, you know, SK, you know, just reasoning and just
Energy
having a
just
good time,
right,
you know what I mean? Just regular stuff that we do on the regular, you know?
Yeah.
And I just, all of a sudden I had the SOS beat. And I just put it on and we just started rocking. So all of a sudden I just started putting together a hook. And then after like, while I'm putting together the hook, you know what I'm saying? I'm writing the hook and, you know, big up King Smooth, because King Smooth.
Yeah, of course.
sung
We got
the hook,
King Smooth. Of
you know what
course,
I'm saying?
Slugs
Like,
Farmer, Slug King Smooth.
Yeah,
Slug
so-
family, you know?
Yes.
So I'm writing the hook and I'm singing it to SK, you know, I'm not the greatest singer, you know what I mean? But I'm
No,
singing
but
it
you
to
dropping
SK.
something.
Harmonizing
Yeah,
it
yeah.
right, though.
You know what I
Exactly
mean?
right.
SK
You
is
know what I
like,
mean?
so SK gets up out of his seat. He's like, nah. I put everything back on. We're gonna record that right now.
Could you feel a vibe going on right
Why,
now?
touch me, man.
Exactly.
You know what I
Touch
mean?
me, I say,
So, alright,
yeah.
cool. So
Oh.
get, yo, mind you, this is like 2 o'clock in the morning
So
right
that's
now.
when the vibe comes
You know
in.
what I'm saying? It's like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Get
We
it
got-
hot in there too.
Yeah.
Usually this motherfucker have the AC on in November, bro.
No, but that's work. That
But
means
that
it's hot in there.
night
That's
is
no
hot
AC,
there,
yeah,
man.
that's
No
work.
AC.
We're recording.
Turn off the fan.
You know what I'm saying? Turn off the fan, nigga. You know what I mean? So, anyways, now I put on the hook. So my man had 16, like right then and there. And I told you it was a Biggie Jay-Z moment. He did not write nothing.
Talking about that means the shit was ready to
He
write.
did not write nothing. I vouch for this. See? Didn't write a word.
That's just
And he
chant
just
on
went
some
into
real,
the breath.
some realism.
And put down his 16. And I said, I listened to that. I said, hold on, give me 5 minutes. I said, hold on, let me build up a tape.
Hold on. So you had the hook. You had the hook ready.
The hook was
The
already
hook was
done.
done. The hook was done.
That's
Then when
what
the
I'm
hook hit me,
saying.
mama say,
So you just roll up a tape.
Yes, I said, let me build up a tape. And I'm gonna do my 16 right now too.
That's
You know what I'm saying? So bam, went outside, we bought a split. Mind you now. You know what I'm saying? The birds are up. Birds are chirping.
Yes.
See? Go back in the spot. Put down my 16. Say, yo, sat back afterwards, listen to them. I'm mixing as we go.
Yeah.
Listen to the little pre-pod mixing. Rash just came to me and said, yo, see this one here? I got blood clot. Mush up that place.
See that?
See? And I said, what do you mean? He said, yo, so this is a fight.
See, the man already knows, man. When
See?
something is cooked, it's cooked.
Anyways, bottle's done. This man must have went home like a half a quarter because we were just burning beer weed. I don't even think we had any more blunts left. You know what I mean? It was that bad. See?
pack of
When
blunts
he left,
done, bro. Half a
sun
quarter.
is shining. See? And he's going home with his USB with the mix.
That's work, fam.
After that, go. Like Merce to go put on the track and he told me like, oh, we need to get King Smooth on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I sent him the chorus. Cool. And then after,
Yeah, but
Mercy.
differently, we have to shout out your wife differently. Because she's the one that said, yo, you guys can't finish this track here. You gotta take it to Merce.
yeah, straight
You
up.
have to give her,
Big up
props
Shaw.
on that,
Big
though.
up Shaw, you know.
Yeah, give her props for that.
For real, for real.
Cause she's seen that tune the way I saw it.
That's wrong.
Now she caught the vibe.
She caught it, man. When he played it for the next day, she's like, when I reached back there, she was like, SK, you guys can't, you gotta take this to Merce.
Yeah, fix it up proper.
Bring it to Merce now. Merce hears it. Merce is like, hold on. We're not getting clearance on this one. So just give me a minute with this. So Merce remixed it.
Yeah.
Alright? And yo, the day of the video was the first day that we heard what Merce did.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't even know what the song sounded like.
And them on the blanket the same way.
That's what Merce does. Merce is a big bro, man. That's how Merce deals with us. Merce deals with us.
He's always been proper. You know?
That's our
Always been
producer.
proper.
End of the day, like that's why our sound sounds the way it sounds.
Yo, he did that with our fucking song COVID 2.0.
Yeah, Merce
We went there with a flipping thing. Merce said, who's the producer on it? This guy says, this guy in this fucking Lee's Beats doesn't fucking pay attention who he's getting shit from. But I said, oh yeah? Fuck that. I got something for you. Not even, it was already there.
He's a professional.
And then I said, I got something for you. See?
That
You know what's even more crazy about that? That's the second video we did with it. We did that fucking video while we recorded the song.
Yeah, 4 hours. We did a video
4 hours.
You see that,
and the
man?
record.
Toronto got work, and you see that niggas in Toronto record a song in 4 hours and have a video up and all that. That's talent right there.
Yeah, man. You know what I mean? And it was the best thing because like it was during the real COVID time, so it's like, you know what I mean, with social distancing and all that shit. But like that video is gonna be forever. You know, like all the music we do is forever music, like timeless music.
So who else in the city you guys work with? I'm talking about international artists. You guys
So we work with Ace on Eastwood. We work with Illa. Rest in peace,
Rest in peace to Illa.
You know what I mean?
Just
Like,
drop out.
yeah, Illa just passed away not too long ago, so we're still blessed, you know, to have him on our records. You know what I'm saying? We've worked with King Smooth a couple times. You know what I mean?
We have one in the cut with King Spoon that's deadly.
Yes.
But we need some communication with the track.
Still sitting in,
It's in the cut, man.
Yeah.
It's in the cut, and nobody knows what's going on with it.
Yeah.
So it's nobody's fault because nobody knows.
One of these days you guys are gonna bring it out. You know, it's a matter of time.
It's up to Kid Smooth. It's in the ball's in his court right now.
But it's in the kitchen. Somebody gonna share the
So
place.
right now we got
Yes.
in the kitchen Mr. Fantastic, which is produced by Not Your Average Joseph.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
Video
we're
shoot
gonna be
next
shooting that
week.
video next week.
Sunday.
Over at Colors Barbershop. So if you want to
Free
spend
Street West.
spend
Of course I'm
you
gonna
wanna
come
welcome.
to you. Me and want you
You
gonna
know
come
what I'm
to you.
saying?
Yeah, man. It's a simple vibe.
Simple vibe. Mr. Fantastic coming out just to follow up Slow Flow. So really and truly, we always got music on the way. Shout out again Puma, you know what I mean, and
Yep.
because we're in association with Puma as well. So thank you
We got
Puma for
sponsors
everything,
on
you know what I
that
mean.
as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know what I mean. Like
And shout out
DJ.
private name and private number because
course,
he's
of
got
course,
something.
of
We got
course,
something
of
working
course.
with him,
Yes.
coming up with him just now.
Private
Right
is
July.
family too.
Out in the
Private
Kawafa
name,
Lakes, come
private
check us
number.
for real. That's gonna be
Out
dope.
in the Kawafa
That's
Lakes.
gonna be dope. That's the first time we're in cottage
We'll be
country.
on there.
But we're trying to focus more on like festivals and getting out of Ontario right now and hitting the worldwide stages and
That's where you gotta
international
do it. That's where it's
stages.
at. That's where it's at.
We're very happy in the position that we're in right now, and like I said, like when we do perform, it's a very good performance that you're gonna come and see. You will be entertained by the usual suspects. More or less, you know, the work ethic and the way that we work, it's all seen when you see the live performance at the same time. We're not Milli Vanilli.
Yeah.
Don't rap over our records, so don't come here
It's a
thinking
real
that.
life performance.
Yeah, you know what you get is live entertainment. You know, at the
MCs,
max.
man.
You know, real MCs, real
MCs,
hip hop.
man.
You know what I mean? We bring the elements of hip hop to the stage. But like I said, anytime that you know we get the platform to perform, you know, whether it's 5 people or whether it's 200 people
We're
or
there.
1,000 people, you get the same energy no matter what. You get the best performance that you're gonna get from the usual suspects, and we don't hold nothing back. You know what I mean? I want to shout out all the promoters that worked with us in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, thanks for giving us the stage again. You know what I mean? And thanks for your platform as well. Like, you know, for
It's
everything.
Scar Town, man. It's
man.
just fresh talk. You know, we do this for us. You know, just for everybody in the neighborhood, all over the city. Whatever you gotta do, come express yourself on this show.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, one hand don't clap. You know what I
And
mean?
we work
That is it.
together, man.
Yeah.
It's just Scarborough. We work together with everybody. We work with the whole city, the whole Ontario. I don't give a shit.
I'm lucky to be with the mayor, you know, with the mayor out here in Scarlem still, like, so, you know what I mean? End of the day, anywhere I go, I'm okay, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's all good. I gotta give you your flowers, bro, because.
My thing
you know what I
different,
mean?
bro. That is it.
You know what I mean?
Some about you know what I mean? Let's say some of you got playing your music, you know, growing up in Scarborough, growing up in
Oh
Toronto.
man, I
like
grew up
you
in Markham and Eglinton, so
Yeah,
I
big
know
up Markham
that,
and
you know what I
Eglinton.
mean? Like it is what it is.
Yeah.
With that, you know what
That's
I mean?
home,
If
that's
you're from
Scarborough.
Scarborough, then you
that's
know already
spot,
what it
that's our
is.
spot, brother.
Central.
Yeah,
See
yeah.
me I said?
But it's
Big
good
up
because-
everybody out there too.
Yeah.
You know, like, when he brings me up on the M&E side, you know what I'm saying, I feel like I'm at home, like, you know what I mean, and vice versa, like when I brought him to
So
Montreal.
yeah, you from Montreal? That's
Yeah,
from
so I'm from
Montreal,
NDG, you know what I mean?
So
Yeah,
let them know about NDG, because everybody knows about M&E in Scarborough.
I mean, so I'm from pretty much one of the most grimiest.
Big up Montreal, you know, big up
in
Montreal.
Montreal, like, you know what I'm
All
saying?
day,
Like, yo,
all
you come to my place, it's like you feel like you're in parts of Brooklyn, Staten Island, like, you know what I mean? It's the same aggression, the same vibe, like, you know what I mean? So when I brought SK back to the DG side, you know what I'm saying, to shoot, put in that work. Like I told you, man, you know.
Take Scarborough to the other side of the,
Yeah,
other side
man.
of the map.
You know,
All the
from
way
one
back
side of
down.
the east
Yeah,
to the further side of the
yeah,
east.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying? Like,
M&L,
yo,
you know,
it's
exactly.
Yeah.
went out there to film, put in that work with DJ Merciless. DJ Merciless, of course, is our producer.
That's my own producer too.
Yeah,
You know,
he-
my
and-
Risky G project,
Yeah.
all the Slump project, all the
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
you know, that's family. So
He
that's,
directed and filmed that
well,
video.
that's all family.
You know what I mean? So, took these guys out there, and you know what I mean? So, the minute we get onto my ends, Walkley, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, obviously we're getting love, you know, I run up in the corner
So you
store.
from Walkley?
Yeah, I'm from feeling the Walkley, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty much like the epicenter of dope. You know what I mean? Saying in the 80s
Oh
and
yeah,
90s.
oh yeah. Not just epicenter and dope, okay? Epicenter of looseness too.
Anyway.
Cause my eyes see too much.
So we went. So I met up with my older fleshy Scaly. Big up Scaly Rams.
Yeah, big
you know what I'm saying?
And
So
Scaly.
Scaly brought us. You know, 'cause I told him I want a live vibe. So Scaly brought us straight to the live trap.
That's proper.
So, anyways, me and Scaly outside talking to the older OGs. You know what I'm saying? And SK Merson and
At that time.
At that time, went downstairs and went into the trap. So right away, like you know, some man inside there.
Life in
With
MTL
the blood
first
clot,
start
I do camera on your so. Oh no, how you come from? You know what I'm saying? So anyways, right away, SK's like, yo, I'm with Sharp Man or 888. Then kind of hot up with him saying, yo, you're picking up the camera. Anyways, sometime that me and my broski walk through the door.
We didn't even pay
And my
attention. to
broski
the
has a
them.
bottle of
Don't
Hennessy,
run away, man.
a magnum of Hennessy, you know what I'm saying? And so this dread in the back is just
Make it up
mouthing
nice,
off.
you know. Nice,
But
better make
remember
up.
back in the day, so camera wasn't allowed type of
No,
thing.
no,
But
we know that, you know. That's why I kind of when
You
the
love
man,
it,
when the
man,
man,
you love it.
when the man make up attack,
Yeah, you just
we
love
just,
it.
we just on him, you know, and make him know say, yo, just cause this is your side of town,
No, it don't
we're not
make a
afraid of nothing about
Don't
buckler.
make a
You get me?
difference, man.
So when these man's forward down, the rasta make up nice, you know. So when sauce bread wax the Hennessy in the crack it, you know that. When the man crack the Hennessy, the Ras cup first. And when the Ras get him Hennessy, he quiet. So I look at him and say, yes, Rasta, sell your soul for Hennessy.
That's a real story. That's a real story. That's a real story. So anyways, furthermore, as he's looking around the trap, you know, the food is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, live food. So SK's like, what the fuck? This is how it really is? Because, like,
Man, they might give it himself.
yeah, because me seeing this, like, if I was with you folks, I'm taking it. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh gosh, grocery
So,
store that.
so anyways, we filmed the part of the video inside there. This guy's making friends with the essays on the corner and shit.
Of course,
Like,
Scarborough knows Scarborough.
Macho knows behind this man.
Making friends with the
Keep
chulos,
it up,
man.
right?
Yeah, so it's beer love. He's getting
Oh,
beer
it's
love
my
out there.
amigos, man. El Salvadorians, bro. Santa love.
So he's getting beer love out there, you know what I'm saying? So, yo,
MS to
honestly,
the bone, man. That's family.
Those are
you
my
know?
dudes, man.
a lot of people will say all the time he's always has a screw face or whatever. Let me tell you something, man. For 72 hours, this guy was like,
Oh, touchdown,
You know
bro.
what I'm saying?
Nice.
you know what I mean? So, yo, we rolling up to the radio station.
Like that is what we do. But let me to cut you a second. It's his Scarborough is different. I'm just saying, like, he knows that he holds times out here.
Yeah.
So you taking him all the way to Montreal. So you know anywhere a Scarborough man take him, anywhere you take a Scarborough man, and you taking him to another spot. But if it leaves Scarborough to go with you, he got to know you official wherever it is.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm official.
So that's why fans like, you know what? From in your side of town, I know you got me. So I'm gonna enjoy.
Oh, he
I'm
good
on vacation.
Good out there. You know he was
You
looking
know it, man. You know it. You know it exactly. You know exactly.
SK.
Talk to him, man.
SK.
Make him know
Were
the
you
truth.
not with the mayor?
Yeah.
Huh?
I mean.
Yeah.
I mean.
Hold on. Did we
Yeah,
not go
man.
to... So anyway, let me give you the story.
Yeah.
So
Nice,
it's Saturday,
listen.
it's Sunday night.
Yeah.
We cruising. So we won't pass by the radio station, go check Blast.
Some promotion.
You know what I'm saying? Big up the Autobots,
Blaster.
big up Bots Dynasty, Bots for life.
Yeah, man.
Go check Blaster and Zip and Flex.
Our kitchens.
Yeah. So we got out to the radio
Radio station out
station. So hold on. So as we're driving, as he's driving, Vex.
Yeah.
because I made him drive to Montreal.
Yeah, I was tired.
But anyways, so we drive to the radio station. So he's like, yo, folks, I got the CD in. I'm like, no, man, that's the radio, man. He said, yo, they're playing our song, bro.
Rise up, man.
You know what I'm saying?
All that's motivation.
You know what I'm saying? So now we get to the radio station. These guys are interviewing some people from Berlin. SK, finish the story, man.
Man, interrupt the blood clot interview, you know, dog. Man, say the man no brought up, see, you know. Because the man forward in the place.
That's cross.
And the man them see him. So the man them him dog them, you know.
Yeah.
See? You know what I mean? So you know you buck your dog sometimes. The dog will cut certain things.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
To make you know say, yo, everything governed with you and Ray, you know? So I see the man, I'm like, yo, like give the people them their time.
Yeah.
Cause our time I go forward same way. We're good same way, you know. Yo, rude boy, the man in cut. So I interview the youth, you know. I just sit back and just go and watch the thing. Yes, okay, yeah. I say, yeah. I still kind of feel away because, yo, let the man them do their thing. Cause we're going to get our thing. I don't like to be interrupted like that either.
Nobody know the man that want the house.
Yeah.
The boss is there, bro.
So you know what? So anyway, the man said blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. We do a thing. And then they ran. I think we gave them Weekend Thug at the time.
Yeah.
So they ran Weekend Thug. See?
But that's proper, you know what I mean?
It's proper too, you know, but you know, true, I
But
don't
you
like to
don't-
really want to step on people's car, you know.
What do you never bring up?
No, they weren't really Bringle either. That was the craziness about it. It just come like water, bro. See?
But you see
Water
that-
is a drop off I mountain
But you
after
seen that
rainfall,
maneuver
get
before,
me?
too.
Yeah.
We were going somewhere in Hamilton to go meet up with our tech, you know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace to Bishop.
Yeah,
Rest in peace to Bishop. Rest in peace.
All
Hold on,
day.
hold on.
Big up the eggs.
Hold on, show. We got
Salute to Bishop. I'll take a shot, yeah. Short thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shot thing. Yo, big up Bishop, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace. He did wonders for the battle rap community, for the hip hop community.
Big up the city
Big up
heart.
Scarborough, you're done.
Yes.
Big up Bishop. Yeah, man, big up
Yes,
Bishop
yes.
all
Bishop, I
day.
forget a big up.
Yeah, man, prosperity to you and your family. You're done already, you know what I mean?
And Curse Dre. Big up Curse Dre too, you know. Rest in peace to Curse Dre too.
Yes.
And Bishop.
Hold on. I want to
Yes.
give one more out to Illa. My brother, miss you, little bro. Miss you.
100%, man. 100%, yeah.
You know what I mean? So anyway,
Yeah, so back to Montreal and stories in downtown
so
Toronto.
now, you know what I'm saying? We're at the radio.
It's like a mini
station.
tour basically. Like yo,
No,
we're
actually,
doing our
we're
video.
just doing a video shoot and going to do the radio interview.
So that's a mini tour. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's-
kinda.
It's promo. Work on work.
For me,
That's
it's
work.
a,
That's-
for me, it's like a fresh.
That's
You know, it's like a fresh. Come out of Toronto.
we're in
It's
Hamilton
like a
now.
fresh for me.
Tell me about
So
Hamilton.
we're in Hamilton now.
So,
So
like,
we're going
meet
to go
Tech.
see
Smith
Smith
and
and
Wesson.
Wesson.
Oh, that's that.
But
Big
we're
up
sneaking
Smith
up on them. They don't know we're coming up.
Yeah.
You know we're coming to Hamilton because they know they're coming to Toronto. So they already done set the link. Say, yo, we're coming as your city, bro. I don't want you guys act like we don't see you, kind of vibes. So we snuck up on them at Hamilton. But the way we got in, cause true like we Supreme G's, but sometimes we are the lowercase letter
we're
on
the
it.
low- yeah, we're
Because you're what? Because you're what? We do our thing.
Well, we
You know what I mean?
doors.
We do our thing, so we endorse the product same way, but they didn't even expect us to be out there. So Sauce is there, we up there early out, just chilling. So we go and go on a spliff now. Bishop comes up. So me and Bishop, right? Sauce and Bishop, me and Bishop know each other.
But I know
See?
Bishop on a
but he knows Bishop
And a whole different
on
level.
a whole different level through the actual music proper. I know Bishop on a battle thing, and Bishop knows me because it almost went the wrong way.
It's a long time ago.
Long time ago. But Bishop is kind of one of the man. He made fucking my youth that did some time for the robbery. Forget the youth's name, man. Mayhem or
Yeah.
cut the drift too. Kind of saved the promoter.
Yeah.
And Bishop like, yo, find somebody for this guy.
At least you got
Yeah.
you got-
So I got into the battle tactics still, you know. So that's how me and the man kind of had a vibe though. So when we see each other, it's like, yo, what up? But him and Sauce more talk.
Yeah, so you and him more like a
Yeah.
lingo
And
So
type.
you
those times,
finish it now.
I was managing Aristo and offense.
Yeah, I know Aristo. Big up Aristo too, you know?
And so like me and Bishops had conversations, you know what I'm saying, very good conversations. And so anyways, we end up going to see Smith and Wesson up in Hamilton. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I just tell SK, I'm like, SK, say our word, just follow my lead. Say our word, just follow my lead. See?
That is it.
So we got you. We're inside the place now. And now Bishop just runs up to her and gives us 2 bracelets. You know what I'm saying?
Bishop knows the man them.
You know what I'm saying? Just run and give her 2 bracelets. So now I said, alright, good. Now we can go outside SK. So we go outside, go about us. SK.
You finesse that one.
So more time when I say to him, just let me lead the way. Watch
But it's a team from day one. It was a team. You know
Yeah. It's always a team. Like when anytime he comes with me,
Yeah.
I'm just a man. I tell you honestly, man. Really to pay going that place, you know.
No, we don't see that type of thing.
But
No,
yo,
we
at the same time,
connected.
though, I'll support though. You know what I mean? Like there's man out there, I'll support.
But
so.
you all know y'all gonna go perform anyway. You know what I'm saying? Go give them a good show. So why
But even I reggae dance them, bro. I'm going to do road hard, you know.
Yeah.
So enough place to get in, you know. But you have to support the bar at least.
But we recognize real. Most time when a promoter sees an artist or sees somebody, can tell like that's the kind of person they can work with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So most of them I give you a heckle at the door, but once you get in there, they know you can perform and rock the show, keep the crowd like.
Oh,
you
yeah.
say shit.
You don't get no badness at the door. More time he bad them up and be like, yo,
Them days are done. Of
course.
You know what I mean? You don't know. Those guys at Markham are tear the club up thugs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bounce, all the bouncers know about us.
That's the problem. Tell me a little bit more about Montreal and like, you guys tours and stuff. You know, like people always interested in like,
We need to go back there.
Yeah.
Like yesterday.
You have
It's
to bring him down there.
Right now, it's Montreal is a great city for the arts and culture, especially hip hop right now. And you know, we have some good people we have out there. You know what I mean? It's just putting together. Again, we work with DJ Choice, platinum producer, Dubmatique, big up Choice.
Dubmatique.
Yeah.
Well, let me give you something.
I have a gold record with Dubmatique.
When we started to do
You know what I said, right? I got a gold record with
Dubmatique was the biggest group in Montreal back in the 90s.
The biggest
Yes.
You know, the biggest.
history.
Yeah, so we used to go there. They took us
I'm
to tour
platinum.
there.
Lenta.
They took us to tour in Quebec.
Yeah.
But what happened, when we got to Quebec, whatever, I don't know what happened. The promoters, I think they got scared. You know what I'm saying? Because there was some beef with something with Risky or whatever. And they're like, oh, well, this guy, Risky had cousins in LaSalle or something like that in Montreal. So we went up there and the promoter he came to the hotel, gave us our money, and for some reason, to go to the show, we had to go perform. We went to the place, to the address, and the people were like, oh, well, we don't think the show's going to be today. Well, we were booked for like the Saturday. And the shows, we came all over from Toronto, we were there for like 3 days. You know, so we thought everything was good. King gave us some money, everything was good, but I guess the promoter got scared and nothing happened. So we just staying and we just going to go to Quebec and do some of the show in Quebec, and that was it. But big up at Dubmatique anyway. You know what I'm saying? We were
I've
young
done many
also.
shows with Dubmatique. I have a hit record with Dubmatique. So,
They
we
were
have a gold
big
record
group.
with
They were a
them.
big group, man.
And like Choice, again, I want to say this to say this. I brought Choice back into the game because Choice was feeling like, yo, he was coming back, and I said to him, I said, yo, you're one of my most inspirational producers. Like, send me a pack. He ended up sending like 8 packs. He put 5 joints. He still got joints from Choice.
You give him life.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so, and the funniest thing he's saying to me, yo, I'm saying, I'm gonna get Ace on one of these beats. He said, Ace on? Eastwood? Like, yeah, Ace is part of our camp, man. You know what I mean?
Ace on is proper, man. Big up
Big up Ace on Eastwood. You know?
Danny and Son too, and Killer Dilla too, you know?
Yeah, you gotta big up Snacks too.
Yeah, man.
Snacks
Whiskey
is a
G and
dope
Crooks.
boy, Teddy.
Yeah, man. So, like I said, so he's like, you get Ace on one of my shits? I'm like, yeah, man, no problem. So we end up getting Tower. Tower's a fucking monster off of the Outsiders EP. You know what I'm saying? Again, get that at Supreme Jeans Records /bandcamp.com. You know what I'm saying?
That's it,
And
man.
yeah, it's just we just put in that work. But Montreal was a flex. Montreal was a vibe. We're waiting to go back. I'm no Wavy. We gotta big up L Wavy, man. The Wavy is what I know out there.
Salute the general, man.
man.
Young Jen of that man.
Big up Wavy.
Young Jen of that man. Fly as fuck.
You know what I'm saying? Straight.
Which part of Montreal he from?
You from
NDG,
from
man.
NDG, man. Most of the fly niggas from NDG. Like, you know what I mean? Most of the band them
That
live in
youth
the
are- that
South,
youth are
who live in
solid
Texas
youth,
and all
man.
that. We're ex-NDG, man, and we just moved out of the area. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, but again, man like Chuck Ice, those guys are original OPP LaSalle, man. Them, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, that's what we were. Big up LaSalle. LaSalle was the spot to give us.
yeah, man, LaSalle has a lot of G's still,
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
LaSalle was
But
the
like I
spot.
said, like, NDG has been known for years.
And big up Chubby, my boy Chubby out there. You know, who knows who he is, you know, but that's one of our family out there. Move back with a big up Chubby, man. Yeah, go back to
Yeah,
that.
man, big up all the shots to them from Burgundy, you done there.
I think that's where he's from too.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I get love in every hood in Montreal. I move around like how SK move around in Toronto, like, you know what I'm saying?
I move around Toronto.
I
move around Toronto
Yeah, it's
differently
just like,
still, you know what I mean?
But like I said, like it's a blessing to be where we are. And like I said, we're living the dream. I know I'm living my dream because I'm doing everything I want to do. You know what I mean? All our masters is ours. We own everything. We have nobody, no outside influence. Nobody telling us how to do our records or creative control or anything like that. We own everything.
Straight independent, man.
Straight
100% independent.
And that's a
They do
blessing.
tours, they do work
We
with
do
international
anything.
artists.
Anybody wants to holler at us for shows, just holler at us,
Yeah,
man.
man. You want to do a record? You know what I mean?
Well, you gotta put up some chips.
Yeah. You gotta
What
put
did
up
we say
some
last
money.
month for free?
Yeah, that's the
A
last
PSA?
one. Yeah, PSA. That was the last one. For free, you know what I mean?
Which artists out here y'all would like to work with? Like, you know, who else you guess would like to work
Oh
with?
man.
Any artists you like to
Man,
work with?
you
You
know,
don't
shout
pick
out.
everybody, just
Yo,
pick
we
like
got
one or
one
two.
artist that Sosa's got that manager back. He just let it alone for now because we were doing the music. But we got a young bull in the city,
Valentino. That's my
Big up
little
Valentino.
gunner right there.
Is mad talented.
Mad
And
talented.
Bars, he can go bar for bar with you. He can do that young youth things. You know, he's got the melodic shit. The youth's
Look,
talented. Across
yeah,
the
man.
board, he's talented.
Got everything going on for him.
Everything
you know what
going
I'm
on
saying?
for himself.
But
So
yeah,
we just
like,
want him free up and do more.
after this lap, like I'm going back into my management bag, as you know, with all our merchandise, SK designs,
Big up everything,
the
man.
graphics,
Everything.
designs, all the shirts, all merchandise, clothing.
It's fresh talk, man. We
You know,
talk
yeah,
about
like,
everything. We talk about
He
everything.
does all of that, you know what I'm saying? So he's gonna be back into his artist bag in a quick second. You know what I mean? You're gonna see some new merchandise coming out in the fall. You know what I mean? Some cardigans, all type of fly
What's up?
shit.
We
Just
doing,
some
man?
fly
Just
shit.
working, man.
But we're just working and kind of like we in our bag. You know, we're gonna run with our little.
No, but hold up. I ain't trying to cut all that. I need to up in the back. You told me about something you were talking about earlier. Rowing.
Yeah.
Something I really like. So, what's up with that? Because you talk about merchandise and selling. What's up with the weed bags? Because y'all should be merchandise.
Yo, basically.
There's a grow.
I just like to grow, man. I just like to grow,
That life,
man. I can't
I'm
even
retired
lie,
from that
man.
life, you know.
As
When I
soon
grow,
as-
it's for medicine.
Yo, more time when I grow weed, I don't grow it to sell it, I just grow it to have it.
Yeah,
So
man.
put it this way, my plant, nothing on my plants goes to waste. See,
Medicinal.
from straight up and down, from the leaf to the stem to the root. I make a shout out bitters too. Bitters. Outside, we say fully active and do the right thing.
Of course.
See,
That's my homie.
and when you want your bark, you want your bush, you want your bitters, shout me brethren bitters. Cause
Yo.
him sell me flipping bitter bark. So I make my own little thing for myself. See?
Medicinal, y'all hear
So
that,
everything's
man?
medicinal. You know what I mean? I use the
Drinking all day,
roots.
smoking all day.
I use the roots to make my own little thing. My bitters no sell.
butter,
Bitter
makes
sell
Yeah,
it.
tell these youths how to keep their
You
body
know what I mean?
straight.
So it's like that's what drink them thing, you know, like
with
with turmeric, you got your garlic, you got your flipping oregano. You get what I'm saying? You throw your honey in there too. No sugar.
You should listen to y'all gotta do what
No
he's saying,
sugar,
man.
you know,
Try
and
Start
Start
your
straight
morning off when
greens
you
and
break
all
your
that
fast with
stuff
a
too,
warm
you know
bottle
what
of
I
water,
mean?
man.
And you
Always
start your
start
morning
like
with
that.
a warm bottle of water.
man.
Hot
That's how you
water
start your
with
day,
a
you
little
break
bit
your
of lemon
fast.
before you even drink your
Don't
tea
eat
or
no
morning.
food.
Yeah. Medicine talks for the day,
You know
fresh
what I'm
talk.
saying? Like that is it. So with my growing and stuff, it's like people who go to the gym. Some guys go to the gym to put on small clothes. I go to the gym for mental health.
Yeah, that's proper. That's
See,
proper.
I grow and stuff, that's mental health. Cut grass and everything, being like that is mental health. The worst thing right now is going on with the youth, them, they don't want to work. They can't even sell
Real talk,
drugs,
fresh
bro.
talk.
See, because
Taking
drugs
dope.
is a job, you know.
Yeah.
If you can't get up in the morning to sell your dope and answer your phone to sell drugs, you can't work no blood clot 9 to 5 neither.
Fresh talk.
See, focus is what you're doing. So you have to look out, have your own lane. When you're in your own lane, you know, there's no indicator, you don't have no rear view mirror. Cause why are you looking over your shoulder if you're in your own lane paying attention to what you have to do?
Word from the wise, man.
You get what I'm saying? And if you know too much, then life should be done. 'Cause every day you learn, I think. It's
Fresh
not
talk.
that I can't learn from you and nothing that you can't learn from me.
Real talk, fresh talk.
See? So if I can't learn nothing from you and you can't learn nothing from me, where's the next thing we're supposed to be? Under
War.
the dirt.
Real talk, man. Fresh talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everybody has to know that in life, it doesn't matter if you don't have to like someone to respect them either, eh? Respect is respect. See, you have to walk with respect and manners.
That
And
takes
Manners
rules.
get you far in
And
life.
rules.
That takes
So
you a
right
long
now in
way.
the
Manners
streets, we
get you
ain't got
far
no
in life.
rules. You see, we don't have no rules right now in the road. You know that. Shootings and all that. A scared man with gun,
Real talk.
Ice closed.
afraid to get dumped,
Fresh
so they
talk.
fire shot. Right? Tattoo and bandana. When we were growing up, you know, a man with tattoos and bandana are a terrorist, biker, gunman, you know, every killer. Everybody has it, the R&B singers have it. So now we're on the road now. Who do we take serious?
Real talk, man.
So exit front streets, get in the booth. Grow.
Word from the wise.
Grow something.
Yeah.
Get some merch. If you
What's
got a
your merch?
business,
What's
if
your
you got a
brand?
business going on, make it flourish. I gotta put another plug out there. If you want your sugar cane and you want your flipping your coconut, your water and everything and your jelly, go check me, Bridget, Chop and Splash too.
Big up
See?
Chop and
And
Splash.
big up everybody that kicks ball at Woburn too.
Yeah, that's medicine talk for the day. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
hear
Little
that,
education, word from the wise, you know?
Yeah, man. We gotta live, bro.
Gotta
Too much
know how to
people are
live.
dying.
Real talk.
Yeah, man, too much.
Not to handle your health, not to handle your strength, you know?
Yeah.
Know what to put in your body, you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And know when to do it too, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And remember one thing though too, you know. One thing too much is not good. Same
What
way.
you never do.
When a man said, between poison and medicine is a dose.
Dose.
Dosage.
You know what I'm saying?
Dosage.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that can go for anything in life. If you use that as a motto in life, you'll be fine. Because you
Fresh
understand,
talk.
you put too much heart into something, then your heart can be broken. If you can't handle heartbreak, you have to kill yourself.
Fresh talk.
Straight.
Fresh talk.
So
man,
just know the
so-
dose you're supposed to take in life, you know what I mean?
Even when you listen to our music though, if you listen to the bars and stuff, you'll get a lot of information. See, it's not we don't glorify the road,
No.
but we live it.
Yeah, so you gotta
You know
express
what I
it.
mean?
Yeah.
So we're not out there no more like that. But now you speak from experience. So you have those youths out there that's doing their thing in the streets. And they're rapping. They're out there telling on each other.
Straight.
100%. Fresh talk,
I'll
man.
tell you that straight up and down. Enough of the youth are road are informer.
Remember what happened to Bob
And then they'll
Murray?
tell you, oh, I don't
And
like
that
that
whole
snitch
thing.
guy over there.
Yeah.
But yet they'll tell you and they'll go to a podcast and talk about how much bodies they have. So what's the difference?
You're still talking your life stories.
You're
gonna get
you're
caught up.
telling on
You're
yourself.
gonna get caught up. You're still gonna
And
get
still
caught
in the
up.
lifestyle.
Put this
I
way,
mean?
in the 90s, when a man gets arrested or whatever, even a rapper, other than Mac Ma, because Mac Ma was actually the first rap artist in the history of the rap game to go to court for bank robbery and his lyrics used against him.
That's facts. That's facts.
You know what I mean? For the bank
want the
robberies.
first
He
one
rapped
we know
about
about.
bank robberies.
Yeah.
He's the first rapper, you know, that they use the lyrics against, you know. So. And that's why he opened the door.
All of that.
So when they say freedom of speech and all that, you're free for dumb for talk. But freeness of speech is different than freedom of speech.
You know, so we come from a generation what's done in the dark, stay in the dark. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
We don't talk
Yo,
it.
our whole line is what they say about Vegas. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Loose lips, sink ships.
Quick
That's
and
where
fast.
We from loose lips, ship sink. One more
What,
time.
man?
Loose lips, sink ships. That's the 90s, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's us.
We're all different,
Like
like
the
I
money's
said.
not around no more.
Not like that.
Like that, you know, like
Respect
so
is
at
gone.
one time you could say you're working, you have a job, the man will piss you off. Tell the man go suck your mother and move. Next week you get a job that pays same so. No, if you do that then you go get work, brother, you better get assistance. Or have a hustle. You know what I'm saying? Cause food
Times
today I
is-
like before.
Times different, you know?
Yeah.
Times has evolved, you know? The times has changed.
Yeah, so you got AI and all these things. Everybody wants to use AI and eliminate themselves.
You know what? So you got this AI stuff, right? You know I have a problem with this fucking cloud. Right? Like, how you feel about your music being up in that motherfucking what we call music in the cloud? Right?
No, I'm not too into that, you know.
You know what? At the same time, with that being said, it's a change of the guard. So we have to adapt. And as we all know as hustlers,
Yeah.
the only thing that's constant is the change.
Yes.
So
That's
adapt to change and we're good. You know
Well,
what I'm saying?
how is it adjusting for you as artists? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh man, listen. I adjust very well. What he doesn't
I'm a
adjust with,
dinosaur, man.
I take time with and explain to him how things work.
yeah, well,
So
that's,
sometimes it just
It
takes
takes
a little-
longer.
Yes,
It
but
takes longer for me.
but you understand it too. Like,
I do
'cause
understand.
don't dig
I
it.
understand it, but I don't
I
want
understand
to.
it, but I don't dig it.
I don't want to.
fucking
I don't dig it
it.
either.
so this is when me and
But I'm
Merce-
telling you,
this is when
majority
me
of
and
everybody
Merce
that
reviewed
understands it
Yeah.
knows more. Everybody that understands it accepts it more than I do. I refuse to.
But anyway, so what he refuses to do, I just take care of on the back end. You know what I mean? And just give it the thing.
Makes sense. That
You know what I mean? When it comes to merchandise and he's telling me about fabrics and stuff like that, I don't want to hear that shit. You go ahead and deal with the thing, like, you know what I mean? That's your part of the thing, like, you know what I mean? So certain aspects, that's why it works so well. He's responsible for this part of the aspect. I'm responsible for that part. You know what I mean? Just connect, do our thing.
and he has
put
the
everything
managerial
together.
portfolio. So that's the best thing.
Yeah, let me handle that side. You handle like merchandise, you handle all of that, like, you know what I mean, textiles and all of that. You know what I mean? I may just throw out a design every now and then. You know what I mean? Because that's how I am. But I don't ever do anything without him
It
having.
don't make no sense for him to throw out this like this man is a one and put down.
No, but that's what the
You
kid
know what I mean?
I like
When
that,
him
you
with
know?
this guy rocks a gear, you know, you might not see it again. But me,
He like,
wear my things, you know.
I'm the same
Wear my
I
things.
wear my things too.
But this
you know?
brother here,
Yeah.
here, oh, this looks like a one wear. That's why you want that first, but one wear. You know how much time me this man argue about that
Yeah,
shit?
but that's part of unity, like, you know what I'm saying? They gotta
No,
be
I'll tell you
different.
honestly, man, if you're my Bridget,
Yeah.
and you're a real Bridget of mine, there's no way you're my Bridget without arguing with me, you know.
No, man, they just gotta keep.
No, you have to argue.
Yeah, because
You can ask Droops and all of them.
Strong
Ask
will.
Droops
That's-
and all them.
I call
Jughead
that-
don't tell you that. Jughead will tell you that. If you were fucking
Big
with
up,
me,
Jughead.
you have to fucking argue with me.
Yeah, because that's strong-minded. You know, when you find strong-minded people.
could be wrong.
I could be wrong, huh? Just go play domino.
Do it.
I
Big
I
up.
played on mute like you're doing.
Big up our brother Jughead. We're gonna take a break for like 5 minutes and come back. Fresh talk. Italia.
Hey, my name is Natalia Courget. I'm an artist, and I'm about to be dropping music soon under the name Courget. It's Korahjay.
Well, it's good to have Katalia in the show. This is Fresh Talk, you know? Brand new artist, upcoming, look out for her. You know what I'm saying? One of the best out there. So, look out for Katalia. You know your Instagram and stuff.
Yeah, you can follow me at Natalia Courget. It's KHATALIA My music is a little bit kind of like Frank Ocean's SZA vibes. So if that's your vibe, definitely tune in, stay tuned. That's what I'm talking about, and I'm really excited.
So look out for Katalia, man. Good music on the way. R&B, like nice kind of classical music, you know what I'm saying? So go check it out. Real good R&B type music, you know? Good music. All the young boys go look it up. All the young ladies go look it up. And you know, people like us, people be backing it all the way. You know what I'm saying? Good music from Katalia. Go look it up, man. Go follow IG, follow everything. This is Fresh Talk. And it's like a little commercial, but this is a good commercial, you know what I'm saying? Katalia, so go check her out, man. Go on her IG and go follow, you know? Subscribe to all the channels. This is Fresh Talk. Give me a Fresh Talk.
Fresh Talk.
Yeah, you know, we got a few shows coming up in for the summer months, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna be busy. You know what I mean? We have June 29th. We have the 17th of July in the Kawaga Lakes.
Water Lake,
We
that's a
got,
beautiful
what
show.
do we have at the end of the month? We have something
We have the end of next week. We got our video shoot for Mr. Fantastic
Yes.
at Colors
Fantastic.
Barbershop and Bar on Queen Street West.
Yeah, and we're trying to set up a little other work outside of Ontario, trying to get a little tour going on. So, like I said, we're still working on that. You know what I mean?
Right now, Slow Flow is in rotation.
Yes.
Look out for Usual Suspect, man. Everything they do, look out, man. You know, go follow their site, follow their shows, follow their tours, follow everything, you know what I'm saying?
And we got trucker hats coming probably in the next 3 weeks.
Get some of the trucker hats too, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So look out for the merchandise.
out for
If you
merch.
need any merchandise, you can always DM us at Usual Suspects or DM straight to Bomb Vision SK on IG.
IG.
And even hit us up on our Facebook, or you know what I mean, and we'll
Our
get.
usual suspects 75 is our email.
And if you're international
Gmail.
or you're outside Ontario, we'll mail it out to you. You know, FedEx, UPS, all that good stuff. So, like I said, shipping and handling will be included in the costs. And like I said, just go out there and check out our music. If you haven't heard us before, you know what I mean. Like, definitely check out our music, and you'll find other links and stuff like that. You can follow other, you
Yes. And
similar
subscribe
music.
to our YouTube channel.
Yeah, subscribe
We
to
need to
all
get
our
we
channels.
need to get our channels up, man. We need to
Subscribe
get
to
our
Fresh
subscribers up.
Talk too. Subscribe to everything
Yeah,
we
man,
do.
put it up, man.
You know
You
what I'm saying?
subscribe to us, we always subscribe back
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
What you say? What you say, Brooklyn?
Yo,
Flip set?
show love, get love.
Let's
Show
get
love,
it.
get love. Show love, get love.
Always, man. You know,
That's
and,
just-
and big up Presidential League,
Big up Presidential League.
June
man.
29th, all white,
Of course.
very fall. Up
Special
top.
appearance from Usual Suspects.
Yeah.
And like
All the
I
men
said,
them rolling. All the men them rolling.
it's the first
Johnny.
time, like I
Man,
said,
rolling.
you get hip
Rolling,
hop
rolling,
at a
rolling,
dance
rolling.
hall effect. You know what I'm saying? But yo, come in, man.
Come in, rolling.
Yeah, man.
rolling,
Yeah.
I want to thank these dudes because they put it together quickly. We were on the
Real
road.
quick, I was
We
on
on
the
road.
road,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
The car.
And the man that
Yo,
linked
watch
us.
you. Watch you for link.
Linked us.
Watch you for link.
Yeah.
His usual thing, you know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We outside.
Outside, what's that?
Fresh Talk.
Yes.
Outside, what's that?
Outside we say, let them custies holler.
Still got it.
Let them custies holler.
Hold on.
Egginton, Malcolm Egginton, big
Don't
nigga
wanna
black.
play with these
Rest in
mics,
peace,
baby.
Blacks, and rest in peace, ATL. Adrian Stewart.
Adrian Stewart, you fucking
Fresh
already know
Talk,
that.
Fresh Talk,
EP
Fresh
to every
Talk.
all day.
Fresh
Heart to love.
Shout out
From
EP,
Toronto,
you
Montreal.
know, give the niggas, man.
know
And you
what I'm saying?
don't want no part of Egginton dance, man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that, man.
Hold on.
1, 2, 3.
One bomb.
Fresh Talk.
Fresh
Fresh
Talk.
Talk.
Fresh talk.
Fresh talk.
One leg.
Yeah, man, motherfucking day.
So you walk the streets with no fear. If you don't listen, boy, you